What's going on, everyone? King Majin here, bringing you another video for Xenoverse 2. Today we will be taking on some opponents with a relatively new and actually semi-in-progress build that I've been working on. I call it Dyspo's Hakai build because this build has two things: speed and extremely powerful ki blasts. So for the first 30 seconds of the match, your job is to kind of just play around with the opponent a little bit. You don't need to worry about how much stamina your opponent has left, just keep some for yourself, and there it is. Before creation comes ruin. That's the other thing that makes this a perfect name, because it's both extremely fast ki blasts, and we're using a God of Destruction's Super Soul. So right now I'm just kind of playing with him, looking for an open spot. It's a little bit of a bad example. But in order to do this, you're going to want to actually take a Frieza race with you, because Frieza's attacks work extraordinarily well. Oh, you stupid idiot. What are you going to do now, huh? What are you going to do now? Alright, this was kind of a bad example. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll get a chance after all. Look at that. He only had about half a bar of stamina to refill, and he would have gone after me, but in that half of a second, I was able to take off the rest of his health. That was kind of a bad example. I did a lot of basic attacks when fighting him, so I'm going to do it a little differently with this guy. Yeah, you can't just jump right back into battle and do that. Nope. Sorry. Blast! This will kill him. Oh, nope, it lagged. It was, usually that hits. Ah, damn it. Jumping out of it. Nope, double teaming isn't gonna work, guys. Sorry. These ki blasts are extraordinarily fast. Nope. Okay, that was kind of a bad example. I didn't use too many ki blasts in that one. But the way I designed this build is so that it doesn't matter how much stamina your opponent has. You can still beat him by taking out big chunks of health throughout the match before you even break their stamina. So if you fight a lot of opponents, you can never break their stamina. You don't know how to break stamina. This might be a good alternative. So you're going to want a skinny character with maxed out ki blast supers. I would recommend Frieza Race, because these attacks can work really well with Frieza Race combos. Crazy Finger Shot is the most important super attack you will need. It is the fastest ki blast in the entire game, and it does a ton of damage. You can also charge it, use up all of your stamina, and just throw it all out once. The other moves are actually, I don't even use Godbreaker. Riot Javelin is probably the best one, because that's kind of like your last ditch effort. Super Explosive Wave, we just have this here because there's a lot of opponents that block, and you know, whenever you're hitting somebody, they're getting nowhere, they're just waiting for your combo to end and then they're going to attack you. I have Super Explosive Wave so I can backflip out of there and blast him. He'll lower his guard and then blast him. It works every time. It also is extraordinarily fast, and it does tremendous damage, especially added to this build. You can also use Senko Ki Blast. That's kind of like Cooler's passive skill. It's similar to that. You can use Dust Attack. Solar Flare is a good one. This is just so your enemy can lower their guard whenever they're constantly blocking. One other one, there's one strike skill in here. It's Ice Claw. Here it is. Ice Claw is really good because you cut your opponent's eyeballs and they can't see momentarily. There was one other one that Super 17 had. I forget the name of it. Finger. No. There it is. Thunder Eraser. This one's it. Any of those moves will work, but I recommend Super Explosive Wave just so you have another ki blast and you can do damage on top of getting away from your opponent. Riot Javelin's your last ditch effort. You can play around with that. That one is optional, but I would recommend Riot Javelin, especially if you're going to fight a boss, do an online match, or even do an expert mission. That's one of the best attacks. It does as much damage as ×4 Kamehameha charged. And your ultimate attack, your first one is kind of optional, but again, I would recommend something fast. I would recommend Final Flash or ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha. Reverse Maba Senkud over here. We really have that just because it does a lot of damage, and typically I either bring Mystic Flash or this move here. But this one does more damage with the way this build is set up. So if they hit you, you can hit them back, basically. It'll take off about 1.5 bars of health, maybe 2 bars. If their stamina's broken. I got Golden Form, of course. You have to have Golden Form or Super Vegeta for this to be most effective. I think even Super Saiyan Blue is good too. Just so it can be like the most effective. Now this is the Super Soul I use. I have 2 different versions of this build. This is the more defensive one. You can make this QQ Bang by mixing 2 Lightheart shirts, which you can get from the town. And this one right here is what I use for my offensive build. So you're sacrificing health for Ki Blast Super. It really depends on the way you have your character set up. Do you want health or do you want to do even more damage? Now in that last match I had the defensive build, so I had health, ki, stamina. So his Ki Blasts aren't even as powerful as they could potentially be if I use this version. I already have 2 presets kind of set up. I'm editing them all the time, but I'm not changing the Super Soul. Before creation comes ruin. It's a pretty easy Super Soul to get. It boosts all Ki Blasts by an extra large amount. I think for this one I'll just try out the I think I'll try out the offensive build just for a test run. So as usual, we're going to be trying this out against Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I try out all of my moves against him. All of my builds, all of my attacks, everything. Let's see how much damage Super Explosive Wave does without me even using this Z-Soul. I'll try it in your face. Back of the head. Yeah. Alright, so not too bad, but if you use it in a combo, pretty good damage. That's half a bar right there. 5,000 damage. But the real reason that we have Super Guard is there's a lot of opponents who constantly like having their finger on the block button the whole match. And whenever you're in a situation like this and you say you can't break their stamina, you can't get around them for whatever reason, you can backflip like that and just shoot the Ki Blast at them. Most of the time when you backflip like that, they'll lower their guard to try to attack you, and they'll be wide open to that attack because they think you're using backflip. Instead, you're really using Super Explosive Wave. Oh, wrong combo. Now that the Super Soul's activated, let's see how much we do now. Not bad. Alright, now for the real reason to have this build. Crazy finger shot. So I'm not going to break his stamina or anything like that because you're going to be fighting opponents and you might not get that chance. All you got to do is hit them away from you and do that, and your opponent will either use 3 bars of stamina after it's already too late, or they'll just let you hit them and take off 1.5 bars of health. But this does a lot of damage for only being a few quick seconds. Look at that, he's already dead. All you have to do is get a few shots in like that. Now, I know this does use all of your ki. If you hold it down, you can let go of it and kind of do single shots in your combos, but it's really easy to use in any combos. All you have to do is hit the enemy away from you and then just hold that down. That is also why we have Fusion Zamasu's Divinity Unleashed, so that way we can charge our ki in the matches. That is the best charge. And look at this. Without even breaking his stamina, we did a whole bar of health. Well, that's more than a bar. That's like 1.33 bars, maybe? And keep in mind, this is just 100 ki, so it only takes 1 bar of ki, and you take off a whole bar of your enemy's health. That's about as much damage as ×4 kamehameha.
All right, I can fight
and this
again.
only uses 1 bar. I would highly recommend you bring this kind of build to expert missions as well as some of the harder parallel quests, because you can do a lot of damage with just Riot Javelin alone. Let's see how much damage we do now. Let's put in the combo. Oh! I'm sorry. I think I made that too long. I'm just gonna break his stamina and use it. Okay, look at that. It looked like we only did a tiny speck of damage, but in 2 hits, we just took off Goku's 3 bars of health. So with 2 bars of ki, Goku's dead. Just like that. That's why this is a really good one for expert missions, because most of the time you'll already be in low health anyway, and that's when you can take over and just destroy whatever expert mission bosses you may be fighting. So this is a really good build no matter who you're fighting. But in a 1v1 match, whenever things are getting really chaotic, you know, people are moving everywhere, Riot Javelin might not be the best one. Maybe in a 3v3 Riot Javelin's good, but I would not recommend you take Riot Javelin in a 1v1 match. So if you have any questions about that, let me know in the comment section below. The only things you need to make this build is Beerus's Super Soul. You'll need Crazy Finger Shot. You will need Divinity Unleashed. And the rest of the moves, I would recommend you do extremely fast moves. That way, right when your opponent lowers their guard, you can do huge amounts of damage in just a few quick seconds. Alright. Now, with the boring stuff out of the way, we can test Dyspo's Hakai build against some, Gods of Destruction. I don't even know what to call these guys. Whatever. Let's try this thing out. These guys are wearing the God of Destruction's uniform. These guys think they're Gods of Destruction. We'll see about that. If you already know how to fight in the game, you can typically finish opponents off in 60 seconds or less. There was a guy I fought in an earlier match who made a 60-second match, and he granted himself super armor right from the start of the match, and I killed him in less than 40 seconds. He thought that was gonna save him. Just like this guy thinks spamming the dash button all over the place will save him. No. You are no Dyspo. No, oh, there it is. Before creation comes ruin. Now we can actually start attacking this guy. He's not really protecting his stamina, though. I was hoping to find an opponent that would. And look at this. Bam, 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 bam. Look at that, a whole bar of his health off right from the get-go. So he's only got 1 bar of health left. Oh, and that's the good thing with Freeze Race. You got the long death beat. Hey, did that disc hit me in the middle of a dash? Oh, look at that. You didn't see that coming, did you? That's why I love Super Explosive Whip. I gotta get better with this move. Over here. Really? You're not fast enough, okay? That is why I call it Dyspo's Hakai build, because it's got the speed of Dyspo. It's faster than anyone else's super attacks, especially having a Frieza race. Oh, this guy has super armor. What are you doing with this super armor? Get that off you. I've fought in so many opponents today with super armor, it's not even funny. That's not going to be enough to save you. Not even close. Oh. Big Bang attack is a really fun combo attack to use against these guys. I wish I had it with me. Oh, crap, I messed up the stamina break. Oh well, it doesn't matter anyway. He's already dead. You gonna come and charge me with that same thing? Goodbye. Oh! Ooh, a lucky shot. Really? I didn't even need a Ki Blast to finish him off. So, not too bad of a test. You've seen how much damage that Crazy Finger Shot does in just a short period of time. That's the culmination of 140 Ki Blast Super, Golden Form, and a skinning character. It may do even more damage if you have a female Saiyan with maxed out Ki Blast Super and Super Saiyan Blue. That might actually do more damage, I'm not sure. This is the other version we have. I got the Omni King outfit right here. That's the only, what do you call it, gift outfit that I have. Oh, look at this. This is actually a good power skill difference between us. If they're gods of destruction, then I'm the freaking Omni King. That's a perfect scale right there. Did they do that just for me? Alright. I may forgive you if you just bow before me. Just kidding. I'm gonna kill you anyway. I love the Omni King's sense of humor. Threatens to destroy people. He says, "Oh, I'm just kidding." Well, he's not always kidding. He did that whenever the Omni King was first introduced. He made a joke about replacing Champa and Beerus because he said they're shitty gods of destruction. There we go. Before creation comes ruin. By the way, this Super Soul will not increase the damage of your Frieza Race Death Beams. Those are charged Ki Blasts. This will just increase whatever skills you have. What are you doing? Over here. Ooh, this guy likes to bounce. I'm sorry, buddy, but Super Saiyan Blue isn't going to be enough to save you. Look at that. He used his evasive move, and I still did more damage on top of that. Like, every time you use this, you should get at least a bar of the opponent's health off. If you don't want to bring Riot Javelin, you can also bring Meditation. I think that would be a really good skill to bring to this. Look at that. He has super armor, and he thinks that's... stupid. He thought the super armor was going to save him, but all it took was one Kaioken Kamehameha. He's dead, just like that. That's what I love about this build. It's so fast. It does so much damage in short bursts of effort. That's why it works really well against opponents that protect their stamina. That's what this is for. Also, for expert mission bosses, bosses that have an extraordinarily high amount of defense and health. Like, I use this one in some of the latest parallel quests, and I'm telling you, this will make every parallel quest a piece of cake. If you don't believe me, try it out for yourself. Make sure you get a lot of practice with what attacks work for you. Although, you will need Divinity Unleashed, and you will need Crazy Finger Beam. At the very minimum, you will need those, as well as Beerus' Super Soul, and a transformation that increases your Ki Blast damage. These guys are taking forever. Would you hurry this up? You know what? Forget it. I'll do it myself.
Try hard. Attack!
Anyway. Opponents that have lots of stamina, it's good against them. Opponents that like perfect blocking a lot. I found a lot of those people who think having 20 bars of stamina will save them. I'm like, oh, you have 20 bars, that's scary. But wait till you see this. And I surprise them every time. So if your opponent is just going to keep spamming the perfect block, he has a Super Soul that heals him because of it. That's when I bring this baby out. That's when Dyspo's Hakai build is set. Alright, this may be my final battle with these guys, because these guys are getting ridiculous. But if you get good enough with this build, you'll finish opponents in less than 60 seconds every single time. However, you should also remember that it takes 30 seconds, at least 30 seconds for your Super Soul to activate. Ooh, wow, right off the bat this guy charges me. Oh, he's gonna be one of those people. The thing about Ultra Instinct Goku is he has some really good combo attacks, but his health, his defense absolutely sucks. If you break through his Ultra Instinct, he receives tremendous damage extremely quickly. Yay! Let's see if we could. It's crazy. Oh, I'm at a bad angle here, but I did get about half a bar of health. Not bad. He's in his last bar of health, so he's as good as dead. See, that's why we have Super Explosion Wave. Yeah, you're a little late for the limit burst there, buddy. Alright, it looks like my partner is about to die again. So, let's charge up. Let's see, this guy already knows he can't take me in a one-on-one. He'll probably heal his partner. Oh wow, sooner than I thought. Oh, look at that! Called it! I freaking called it. He's healing his partner. Nope, there will be no healing of partners today. That's right, I don't have any stamina left. He could have attacked me earlier and maybe have killed me. Although I still have my limit burst left as well. Notice I haven't used limit burst just even once yet. Over here. Bam. That is how you finish an opponent like a boss. Alright, so that's all you need for the build. If you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments section below. Again, this is still technically a work in progress. However, it's already so OP that I think I can call it a build. And it has its own purpose. If you ever have problems with fighting an online opponent who loves to block everything, master this build and I guarantee you they'll never beat you again. Because if they do try to block it, this will, if you use a crazy finger beam and they're trying to block it, it'll take out 3 bars of their stamina right then and there. So you'll be able to break their stamina sooner than later. Sorry, Cell, you're not fast enough. Oh, see that? Look, we just took off 1.5 bars of his stamina, just with only 2 bars of ki. Alright. Yeah, he's almost dead. I'm just gonna break his stamina and make this quick. Oh, you think healing will save you? Let's see if that saves you. Let's see if that saves you from me. People have tried everything so far. Limit burst, super armor. Let's see if healing can save you. Curious. Yeah. I'm too fast for you. And my ki blasts are that of a god of destructions. Again, if you have any questions about this, please let me know in the comments section below. I'll try to answer you back as soon as possible. And I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Peace.